What is up, guys? It is the sports nerd Bradley Walker, and welcome to the Walker Report, part of NGSC Sports Guys. Remember the website, it's ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. Yes, guys, what you're wondering? Wait a minute, it's not Thursday, it's Tuesday. Yeah, the Walker Report will be on Tuesdays for the rest of the month. Just was over in Gerald's show. Interesting. A lot of guys talking.
Yeah, that's why I don't go on that show. There's just too much going on for my taste.
Yeah, there's multiple people that give out topics, and I mean it's a good show. They just need to get one person talking or give another person a chance to answer before they next. I mean, it reminds me a lot of Alex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It reminds me a lot of Alex.
Yeah, it was too busy for my taste. That's why I don't go on that show anymore.
He invited me on tonight, so I got on there, and I guess I had too much background noise going on for them.
Right.
So I muted my microphone, and then they complained that I was in mute. So I'm like, okay. So I don't know what you want me to do, but hey, it's their show. They run what they're doing. Not my show and not my network, and so
right.
I like the show that we have. So.
And then punches in the head to Gallagher. Gallagher was one who was in it before the puck was dropped. So the Lightning came into
How's everyone doing?
All right.
Good. The coach not happy. Everybody fired up. They got to continue here in the second period. Sometimes you see a bit of a drop off. Marty St. Louis, the coach of the Montreal Canadiens, is a very fiery guy. And I'm guessing his levels was up a little bit in that first intermission. This should be good.
You saw Sam Montembeault is now in between the pipes for the Montreal Canadiens. More on that, the ball with the Lightning will be on the penalty kill to begin this second period after the cross check. Minor with assist to
where did that go?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you
go. We can start, guys, with
WWE.
We can do WWE if you want to start.
Why is that so damn loud?
So they're still trying to figure out who the mystery man is that did the curb stomp in the pay-per-view.
No pun intended. I think it's Austin Theory.
Oh, I think it's Seth Rollins.
On Monday night, there was a different masked person.
Guy.
Yeah. And they're trying to say that, there might be multiple, and they're trying to throw people off. And then eventually they're going to reveal it, and it's probably going to be Seth. And I found the closing segment last night weird. Them writing LA Knight off of TV.
Did they write him off TV altogether?
Well, yeah, they had Bronson Reed tsunami him through a car.
Interesting.
Really? And then people are saying, he's getting ricocheted.
Ricocheted?
No, Ricochet. Ricochet was terrible.
Well, Ricochet's a champion now.
In AEW.
Yes. Unfortunately.
Isn't he the TNT champion?
No, the national champion.
Oh, that's right.
Which is the dumbest thing ever. But and then people are trying to throw out theories that after Cena loses to Gunther, The Rock's gonna come out and challenge Cena to a match at WrestleMania.
Not according to what I heard in the interview that he's done after this match is coming up. So,
well, yeah, but his soul technically still does belong to
The Rock.
Dwayne.
Yeah.
So that's why people are putting that theory out there, per se. Even though his last match is on Saturday. And then I saw something earlier today. The Undertaker might be coming back for another match.
Never say never. It's wrestling.
Saudi wants Undertaker for one of their shows.
Right.
My other question is, do we believe the Usos are actually back together as a tag team?
I doubt it.
I think Jay turns heel. That's what I've been hearing a lot of late.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know if I trust it.
I think it's about time they get back together.
Hey, Brad, just a quick note. Didn't we just talk about the Lightning on our show?
Yeah, I noticed they're up 4-0.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't score a goal in the last 2 games, so I guess they saved them all till they got to Montreal, I guess. To pay
Or they watched us talk about them 2.5 hours ago.
Bulletin board material.
And they said, oh, they're propping our young guys up. Why don't we just start scoring goals?
Yeah, that's
Easier
the way
said
it's
than
going to
done.
have to be moving forward. And that's the way, because again,
But
after a while,
so
age. Yeah.
You need
Oba versus Cody at Saturday night's main event.
Is it? Are they going to do anything else? I really don't
Yeah.
think they should. I think it should be. This is personally how I would have booked it. Is it would have just been a 2-hour Cena love fest. But I love Cena. I've always loved Cena. So
They have 4 matches confirmed right now. The Cena match, Leon Slater, Javon Evans against against Dragon Lee and AJ Styles,
that could be fun.
and Oba against Cody Rhodes.
Oh, that's neat.
Uba Femi?
Yep.
Wow.
They're calling him up, huh?
This is his appearance to the big roster?
Well, the thing is, I think it's just a one-off because he just won the NXT title back.
Did he really from
Ricky Saints. And that's the other name people are trying to throw out there is Ricky Saints could be the masked.
I could believe that. I could believe it.
I can too, for one reason. Who was Ricky Saints' last feud before that person got released from AEW? And he's now the world. Yep. They were in the middle of a world title feud, and CM Punk got released from AEW.
That would work.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind seeing Ricky Saints on the main roster. I don't really think there's much left for him to do in NXT.
You know who I can't wait for them to call up to the main roster is Ethan Page? Is that his name?
Yes, all ego Ethan Page.
Oh, he's got. I think he's gonna.
He
be a good
is so cocky.
I think as long as he plays that, as long as they book that character right, I think he can be great.
Him and Chelsea. You know, I give Ethan Page his flowers. When he first started in NXT, I'm like, I don't care for him.
Super raw.
And he's growing on me. Him and Chelsea, they made a good decision putting him with Chelsea Green.
Yeah, another character that's grown on me.
And then, but I still want to know who attacked Jacob Fatu?
Yeah.
That's my question. And that's another name people are throwing out there to be the masked person is Sami Zayn.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it last week. Me and Brad were talking about it. And you know who we threw out there?
Jericho.
Becky Lynch.
Jericho.
Yeah, Becky Lynch.
Because she's been harassing Adam Pearce.
And she's Seth Rollins' wife or husband, I'm not really sure.
Wife.
I like Becky.
I do too, but she complains too much.
Yeah.
But
I think ultimately her next feud is gonna be, and y'all can disagree, is gonna be Jessica Carr. I think that's the way they're heading.
You know who I'd like to see her have a feud with? You know, I think would be fun. You know, I think a fun feud, a fun is
Bayley.
No, it's her and.
Oh, that's the other match that's on Cena's farewell.
Okay,
is Lola Vice against Bayley.
You know what I would book is I would book Ethan Page and Chelsea Green versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I just think it would be fun because I think, especially if you wanted to turn Seth face, if you wanted to face turn Seth again.
Well, I think they've kind of already done that, kicking him out of the Vision. I just don't. How does Logan Paul make sense in the Vision?
Because he's a rising superstar. It makes sense in the terms of building for the future. Seth is, I mean, let's be honest. Seth is like 40, 39, 40.
Yeah.
He's an aging veteran. How many more? You know, he's got that bum shoulder.
Knees.
He's got bad knees. He's got a bum shoulder. He's got he's out with the injured shoulder right now. Because I'm not entirely convinced he isn't the man behind the mask.
I wouldn't be surprised if he is, and he's duped us again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Or could it be somebody that
it could literally
be somebody that's returning, that's re-signed with WWE?
It could be the gobbledygooker for all I know.
Could it be Chris Jericho?
It could be Jericho. It could be.
The problem is, I don't think it is.
I don't think it is.
Jericho's too old, and there's no way he can move that fast.
The second one could have been. Right. The first one, I don't think it's Jericho, but the second one could have been. The one
second one could have been. First one was probably Theory.
Could have been Theory, could have been Rollins. I'm okay with. I wouldn't be surprised with either one.
Well, because my thing is, they originally said Theory was going to be in the War Games match for the on the Vision
on Team Vision. Right
now, here's another question I have, and Brad, you can chime in.
Of course.
Well, do we trust this whole Bayley and Lyra team? Because we've seen Bayley, she's got 3 different. What do you want to call it? The 3 faces of Bayley.
Yeah.
She's got Hugger Bayley. She's got the role model, and then she's got the
Hugger section.
No, the Hugger would be what she originally was. Then the role model, and then what she was with the Kabuki Warriors and Io Sky.
Yeah.
Which was Damage Control. If I'm Lyra, I'm a little bit. I'm a little on edge.
Yeah.
Well, Lyra couldn't trust Becky Lynch. Why would you think you can trust Bayley? I'm just saying.
You can't.
What happens when you trust Bayley?
Well,
Oh wait, you can't because she's in AEW and she just lost one of her titles.
Well, so much for that.
Finally.
I think you.
Well, and then here's the other name people are trying to throw out for the masked person, John Moxley.
Okay.
It's not Moxley. For Christ's sake, let it go.
That's what I'm saying. He's under contract with AEW till 2027, and he's in a meaningful storyline there right now with the Death Riders, which he's probably gonna get kicked out of the Death Riders because he's quit 3 times now during matches.
Yeah. If it's anybody, it's it could be Jericho. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised with Theory. Wouldn't be surprised with Rollins. I can tell you who it's not.
It's not
Anybody
Moxley.
signed on AEW. It's not any of the legends. It's not.
It could be somebody that was on AEW that got released.
It's not anybody currently signed to AEW.
Yeah. So it's not a Moxley. It's not a Eddie Kingston. It's not. Well, Bryan Danielson, I don't think he's ever going to wrestle again.
Right.
He's a commentator now on AEW, and I was watching an interview the other day where he said he's probably never going to wrestle again because of his neck.
Right.
Because his neck got screwed up again. After Moxley put him in a freaking body bag. But I tell you, WWE really failed Samoa Joe. Look what he's doing in AEW. He's a double champ.
He beat Adam Page, right? To take the belt away?
No, he beat he beat Hangman Page. And now it's Eddie Kingston versus Samoa Joe tomorrow night.
Did you see Santino go crazy backstage with TNA?
No, I missed that.
Oh, yeah, he's pissed with NXT.
Yeah.
I guess they're having
because Stacks came from NXT and won their national championship.
Yeah, they're having a cage match next week. I think it's a 3-3 and 3-on-3 in the cage.
I know, 5-on-5.
5-on-5, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
And Joe Hendry's officially a part of NXT. Whoops. I said his name.
I haven't seen him appear in a while, so it's about time.
Well, as of last week, he's officially a part of NXT.
That's good.
Could have been him in the black too.
He doesn't necessarily have history with Punk.
And he's a bigger.
I'm kidding.
No, I understand you were kidding, but I was taking it seriously.
Hendry still got a lot to do on NXT before he gets to the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's another name they threw out. What about Randy Orton?
No. Whoever's under Orton's taller than that guy. He's taller and he's
bigger. You think when Randy comes back, does he go after Punk? Or is he going to go after Cody?
I don't know. I think
because everybody says, "Oh, when Randy comes back, he's gonna turn heel against Cody."
See, this is where I think we need a third title, a third main title, and because I think
Randy. My thing is, I don't think Randy needs the title. I think they can have it be a non-title match because they're already talking about that Drew and Cody are going to have a third match, and it's going to be like a no DQ. Like, can Drew just stop whining? You lost twice. You lost twice to Cody. And you're suspended. Why do you keep showing up to work? You're suspended.
Yeah, dummy.
Well, and see what I think, having a third title having a third title would create more opportunities for guys as opposed to just having like Cody can hold the. She got the heavyweight belt right now.
No, he's got the WWE title.
Okay,
Punk's got the world title, the world heavyweight title.
Who's got it right now?
Punk's got the world championship.
Right, and by having a third title,
It's going to be Breaker versus Punk, January 5th.
okay.
And people are like, "Oh, that's when they're going to debut the unveil who's under the mask." Because they're going to help Braun Breaker beat Punk for the title. It's too early to put the title on Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Even though his promos the last 2 weeks have been
par excellence.
Yes.
Right.
And I liked his one last week because he did a little bit of storytelling. If you remember when Punk was feuding with, I think it was either Mr. McMahon. No, it was Triple H. And he used the line something along the lines of, do you wake up in the morning and ask your wife how to do so-and-so because you can't do your job? And Braun Breaker kind of he kind of used that, but
Threw back to that?
Yeah, in a way, but he kind of used his own. He rephrased it.
Yep.
But yeah, you know what? I didn't like Braun Breaker when he first came up to the main roster, but he's another one that's kind of. I think he's going to turn on the Vision at some point.
Yeah,
I think so too.
And so is Bronson Reed.
Yeah. Well, and again, that's why I think we need another main title. Because
but the thing is, I don't know what y'all think. I don't think Bronson Reed is a world champion material.
But if you had the two main titles and you had a title above the IC title, but not one of the main
European
or because you have the US title and the IC title, but neither one of those guys would benefit from having those belts, but they're not ready for a top title run. So if we had a third title in between the new guy run and a top tier guy, you have this belt and so you're still chasing top flight status. You're also being hounded by the guys below you, but you have a belt.
Yeah.
You have a title.
Well, so and then there's another Bloodline member that's debuting tonight on NXT.
Because that's what the Bloodline needs, yet another member.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Hikuleo. Hikuleo. I'm going to give it less than a year before he's on the main roster.
Possibly.
But who do they put him with, though, when he gets on the main roster? Do they put him with Solo and the MFTs? Or do they put him with the Usos or Jacob? Or maybe the outside chance Roman?
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't think the.
Do y'all think Jacob Fatu's ready to be a world champion? Brad?
I do.
Possibly,
is he the one that takes the title off Cody?
Maybe.
Because people have put the idea out there that Cody attacked him because Cody's scared of him. Could y'all see that, or is that too far fetched?
It's wrestling. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
It's just I wish the IWC people would.
Get
I
a
wish
grip.
and I wish they would hush. Because like I was telling Brad before we went on
Am I still here?
our show early.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. I was telling Brad before we went on our show earlier is IWC was trying to say, oh, they made LA Knight off TV because he's getting released. Yes, his contract's up in March, but no, that doesn't mean he's getting released. And he did not get Ricochet. Ricochet was a mid-carder in WWE.
He might be just taking time off. He might be getting vacation time and stuff like that.
Well, they said the reason they wrote him off was because apparently he hurt his neck in the match against Gunther.
Oh yeah.
Well, that could be true too. The injury thing that could be true too.
Yeah. And then they said when he and I read an article, and they said when he comes back, which is going to be around the Rumble, that he's going to go after the Vision, because of course. And it's going to be Reed and Logan Paul that he goes after.
Here's the Vision that's still around.
Yes.
Yeah, if they haven't split yet.
I can see the Vision imploding on itself.
What about what is this? The Judgment Day? Something seems fishy in the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day is the thing that will not die.
No, they just got Liv Morgan back.
Every time I thought they were gonna kill it, it keeps coming back like a bad itch.
Yeah.
I'm over factions. There's too many damn factions. They don't need more factions. Again, and
they're saying they might make another faction, but for the women's division.
This is why I think they would benefit from having having a third world title. Something for everybody else to do. Because right now you only have the two main titles, right? And then you have the mid card titles, if you want to call them that, the IC title and the US title.
Well, hey, don't discount the US title. Look what Ilya Dragunov's done. Putting on good matches every week. I love the story they're trying to tell with Dragunov and Ciampa. How Ciampa wants a title match, and Dragunov won't give it to him.
But having a third title gives everybody something to do.
No, I agree.
As opposed to
the other thing I have to say, then we can move on to something else. Is did y'all see where they're putting SmackDown back to 3 hours?
No.
Yep, starting next month.
Yeah, I watch a lot of wrestling show or wrestling wrestlers on YouTube, and they have mentioned that it's going back to 3 hours, and
I think it's going to be beneficial because that gives you more time for the mid card. And hey, the Solo don't know who he messed with.
Right.
The Wyatt Six.
True.
Solo, you messed with the wrong people.
Yeah.
You never talk about family.
Speaking of the Wyatt Six, did you see that this year? Well, in Florida, we have Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios every year, and one of the haunted houses was the Fun House. They all went, and they were all in tears because, again, you're missing Bray. You're missing Bray.
And Bo is Bray's
nephew.
Yeah.
they were all in tears because it reminded them a lot of Bray, and yeah, they're Eric Rowan broke down in tears. And Eric Rowan's a huge man.
He was a original member of the Wyatt.
Correct. Him.
It was Bray, Luke Harper, and
rest in peace. Luke Harper, rest
and
in peace.
Luke. It was Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, and Eric Rowan.
Yeah, so two of the
And
three
then
guys.
down the road, they added Braun Strowman, who's
Correct.
now got his own show on USA.
He goes around.
Where he
and
goes
eats food.
around to, yeah.
Eats food. I saw that the other night when I was watching the college football. Like, coming up next, and I'm like, wow, he used to be a wrestler. Now he's eating food. I said, who? Oh, wait a minute. Ryback does that too. So there you go.
Yeah.
Ryback does the same.
But I think Braun's going to end up coming back at some point.
I think so too.
Possibly.
I think they're just waiting for all because I think he had 2 or 3 surgeries done, and they're just waiting for those to heal.
See, I'd like to see Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman, and Bronson Reed in a faction together.
Or what about Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, and Jacob Fatu?
Yeah.
Those are 3 bad dudes right there.
Yeah, well, you can't call them the Killer Bees.
No, you can't, but don't get you. Those 3 guys, you don't want to get on their bad side, especially Jacob Fatu. That man's a loose cannon.
Was it all gas, no brake? Isn't that what he says all the time?
Yeah. And then Solo tried to mock him, and Solo learned his lesson real quick. But you pick the next topic, Brad, since it's your show.
No, it's fine.
Colin, let's talk about the teams that opted out of bowl games.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. I know
First one. Let's get the elephant out of the room. Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
A bunch of crybabies. There's a reason you didn't make the playoff.
Conference. You know how we're not in the conference.
And I don't think they ever will because they'll lose their deal with NBC.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
You think the best?
But I saw something where for the next 6 years, starting next year, if they're ranked in the top 10 in the rankings, they get an automatic bid to the playoff.
Top 12.
The top 12. And then, so they opted out Kansas State, Iowa State, Kansas, Temple. Brad, can you look up all the teams that opted out of bowl games? UCF.
Florida State did because they're 5-7.
Did you see where they couldn't find anybody to play in the Birmingham Bowl? They had one team that was already in, and then every team they tried said no, we don't want to play. And then people were like, oh, give Kent State or Akron a chance. One, Akron is ineligible for a bowl game because of academics.
Yes.
And then Kent State, I don't think had enough wins.
I don't think they're academically, or they're on probation or something.
Right.
Yeah, they're on probation for their former head coach.
Right.
They couldn't get anyone to. So they're. Let's go after the teams that are not
when Notre Dame got snubbed out of the bowl, out of the playoffs, and they got an invitation to another bowl game, they said, "Screw you." That's how I look at it.
All the eligible teams won't play, so let's go to the ineligible teams. We'll get them.
And one of the bowl games is Georgia. I think it's Georgia Southern and Appalachian State. And people are like, ugh, yuck, disgusting.
That'll probably turn out to be a pretty good football game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how people will automatically judge the two teams that are in a game. If you never watch those two teams play, how can you judge them? You can't judge a team just because of they don't play in a Power 4. Okay, USF's not in a Power 4.
That's like people with the playoff. They're judging James Madison. You're like, oh, James Madison doesn't deserve to be in a playoff. They're going to get steamrolled by Oregon.
That's true.
They probably will. not gonna lie, but
I think it might be closer than people think.
They're probably going to get smacked in the mouth, but that's why they play the games.
Also, too, speaking of that, too, you have Tulane against Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm. Rematch of a game earlier in the season. But it's a different Ole Miss team now. No Lane Kiffin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So who knows what'll happen next? You know what I mean?
And then so first, who do we got moving on in the first round of the playoff?
Oh, I did that earlier. I have to look again. I think actually I have to go here.
Brad, can you pull up the first round games for the playoff?
I sure can, bud. Give me just a minute.
I know A&M and Miami's won.
Speaking of that, do you know that the coaches get bonuses by wherever round they end up in? And Elko, who coaches A&M, if they win the national championship, he gets a $3.5 million bonus.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Signetti gets a $2.5 million bonus.
I want to say congratulations to Indiana for winning the Big Ten. Not upset at all. I knew Ohio State was going to lose at some point.
Yeah.
Everything else is out in front of you.
Speaking of that, before we get into the bowl game, we do have Army-Navy on Saturday.
Yes, we do.
It's true.
Navy.
Army.
Go Army beat Navy.
I'm going to say. Army, that would be the one game that I know Navy's the favorite, but I'd be like, yeah, I'll take Army in that one. But Navy could end up rolling them. All right, so the first round matchups are James Madison and Oregon, Alabama, Oklahoma, Tulane, Ole Miss, and Miami, Texas A&M.
Okay, can we go game by game and do picks?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Oregon and James Madison. I think we're all going to take
Ducks.
Yes.
See, my thing is I'm going to take Oregon, but I'm going to sprinkle James Madison and whatever the spread is.
Okay.
Oregon's going to win, but I think somehow James Madison will cover.
I don't.
Yeah, the line right now is 21.5. Oregon's a 21.5 favorite.
You know what? I can see. Actually, I'm going to take Oregon in the points. Give me Oregon to win and give me Oregon to cover.
Okay.
I can see it going.
Again, we could all be wrong, and somehow James Madison could win.
Yeah, of course. I could see a scenario where Oregon wins like 30-17, so they don't cover the spread because they shut it down. You know, they get up 24-7 halfway through the third quarter and shut it down and just bleed the clock. And JMU gets a couple of late scores, and final ends up being it's 24-7 with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and Oregon just shuts it down and runs the ball the rest of the way, and JMU gets a couple of garbage time touchdowns and makes it more respectable, but they were never really in the game.
Next up is SEC Alabama versus Oklahoma.
Brad, you know how I feel about Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I got Bama.
Oklahoma.
I just don't see Oklahoma beating Alabama twice.
I don't think Alabama deserves to be in this, to be honest with you. They have 3 losses. They don't even deserve to be here.
Yeah.
If you're going to put a 9-3 Bama, why not put Texas in?
Because Texas didn't go to the playoff or didn't go to the conference championship game, and they're not going to punish.
They beat the number 3 team at the time in Texas A&M.
And they're not gonna punish Alabama for playing in the conference championship game.
True.
The only bad loss that Alabama has was obviously Florida State at the beginning of the season.
And that didn't look and until week 4, that didn't look like a bad loss.
Right.
Oh yeah, until they lost to Virginia.
Yeah. And then the wheels fell off
This game is hard because Oklahoma already beat them earlier in the season, so you know Alabama's going to be ready for a rematch. It's just, is Alabama going to be able to recover from that beatdown that Georgia gave them in the SEC championship game? Because that game was, Alabama just looked discombobulated. Georgia had them right from the get-go with the blocked punt. Wow. I'm going to take the Sooners, but Alabama probably will win that game, and they're the favorite in the game anyway. And they'll be playing Indiana in round 2 in the Rose Bowl. Tulane and Ole Miss is the next one, and Ole Miss is a 17.5-point favorite in this game.
I think Tulane. There's scenarios where I see Tulane going in today, Ole Miss and pulling off the upset. I think it's.
I'm gonna throw the dart at the dartboard to see if it sticks. Give me Tulane.
Yeah, I'll take Tulane. Yeah.
The green wave all the way around? All right. American. The American Conference.
I see Tulane giving Ole Miss fits. I think
that should be USF.
They learn. I'm going to say this. I think they learned from the first time they played Ole Miss, and this is an Ole Miss without Lane Kiffin.
That's the kicker, and that's the kick in the knackers for me right there.
Yes,
it's an Ole Miss with an interim coach, with 2 weeks to prepare.
Not even an interim coach, a new coach.
Oh, did they have somebody? Who did they give?
They promoted Pete Golding.
Okay.
But I think he's a 1-year stopgap because they just wanted to keep all the kids together because they knew that Kiffin is going to try to take some of his Louis luggage with him to LSU because when LSU hired Kiffin, like 20 minutes after he got hired, LSU had a 4-star wide receiver jump in the portal.
That's definitely a wait and see game for me. I think Tulane, if they can muck it up and get this game into the fourth quarter in a 2-score game or less, they can go out there and they can get a win. The problem with that though is if it's a 7 or a 10-point game in the fourth quarter, they can't make any mistakes. One mistake and they're done.
Yeah,
and Ole Miss will bury them.
Well, if they play a similar game that they played against North Texas, Ole Miss is in trouble because just like Georgia hammering Alabama, Tulane hammered North Texas. So, yeah, you're right. If they stay mistake-free, they'll win that game. They'll beat Ole Miss.
If they can muck it up and turn it into a 4-quarter game and run the ball, play people away.
The journey you've been on in your hockey career so far.
The last one is Miami and Texas A&M. The Aggies are the favorite.
A&M all the way.
Miami's going to find a way to crystal ball their way out of their season.
You think so? I don't know about that.
They're 100% going to crystal ball all over themselves.
They're lucky they got in the playoff.
Yeah,
they're a win over Notre Dame from missing the playoffs. If they don't beat Notre Dame, simple as that. Notre Dame wins that game and they're in.
Well, no, not even that. I think if BYU kept their conference championship game against Texas Tech close,
BYU could have been.
Yeah.
But I think that BYU really needed to win that game to get in.
So that would make second round games. I would make it A&M, Ohio State,
Tulane, Georgia.
Tulane,
and then you have Alabama, Indiana, or Oklahoma, Indiana, and then Oregon is playing Texas Tech.
That's an intriguing game. Texas Tech, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said Indiana and Alabama.
Yep, that's the Rose Bowl.
That could be close. That could be a blowout. Tulane's gonna get
dog walk.
They'll get dog walked out of the stadium by Georgia, and then Ohio State, A&M.
That's Ohio State, and it's ugly.
Oh, very ugly. And then that means it would be Indiana, Ohio State. No.
Indiana. It would be
Georgia.
Georgia, Ohio State. Yeah.
Georgia, Ohio State. Good. That means we can get our revenge on Georgia from when they beat us in the playoff in 2021. When we would have tied it in regulation, but our kicker decided he forgot how to kick.
And then it'd be Indiana versus either Oregon or Texas Tech.
No, I like Indiana in either of those matchups.
I like them more against Texas Tech.
I like them more against Oregon. They already beat Oregon once.
But see, the problem is this time it's a neutral site game.
Yeah, they beat Oregon in Eugene, though.
Which Eugene's not an easy place to win.
No, it is not.
Yeah,
that crowd.
The semifinal bowl games with that game, the Oregon Indiana game would be the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, which, correct me if I'm wrong, is in Georgia.
Yeah.
So you're going to have two teams that are not fond from the state. And then the Verbo Fiesta Bowl would be Georgia, Ohio State, and that's in the desert in Phoenix.
Ohio State fans travel.
Both states.
Well, I think both fan bases travel well. Georgia and Ohio State
travel really well.
Yeah.
And I think you're gonna have it. I think we're fixing to have a great playoff, boys. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And then the national championship game is in Miami, so that's cool. It's the national championship game is in Florida.
Cool. At the Orange Bowl.
At the Orange Bowl, yep. Where the Hurricanes play. So if somehow, some way they can get all the way through, they'll host the game. They'll host the national championship.
I doubt it.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
They're going to need a lot of help.
They would have to beat A&M, beat Ohio State,
forget it,
beat Georgia to get to the game. That's the daunting task that Miami has.
And it's not. I don't think it happens.
They're only 3 or 4 playing crises away from the national title.
Yeah.
They would need a miracle.
2 SEC teams and 1 Big Ten team to get to the promised land.
And Ohio State's defense does not give up points.
If Miami somehow does beat A&M and they do play Ohio State in round 2, that Hurricane offense is nowhere. They'll be lucky to get. They'll probably get shut out. Most likely,
or maybe get 3 field goals.
9 points to Ohio State's 40 or 50 points on offense, because that Hurricane can't stop anybody either.
If they let Julian Sayin play, because he's a Heisman finalist.
There's 4 of them.
I'm sorry, Jeremiah Love. What has he done to deserve to be a finalist for Heisman?
He's either running back from Notre Dame.
The quarterbacks I agree with, Mendoza, Sayin, and is it Pavia?
Pavia, yep.
I agree with those. I think you should have thrown Jacob Rodriguez should have been in the Heisman, and the 4th guy for the Heisman. not Jeremiah Love.
Right.
Well, once again, you don't have any defensive guys.
Yeah, there were no.
Who do you think is going to end up winning it? It's either going to be. I think it's either going to be Mendoza or Sayan.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think those are the front runners. I think Mendoza, and here's why I say that. I think it meant a lot in the Big Ten championship game, and he got hurt, came back in the game. Sayan had an okay game for the Buckeyes. So I think he has the edge in the Heisman. I think it goes to the Mendoza. I really do, honestly.
Yes.
That's who I think is going to win it.
Oops. Oh, there we go. Good. I'm looking forward to the playoffs.
Yes.
I think it should.
I was going to say, but this bracket will be remembered for many different reasons, but it should be remembered for the games, how the games come out, not for who didn't get in or who didn't accept that. It should come down to the games played.
I think it will be.
Also on the 20th, right? Is that when it starts?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it should be 8, though.
You should go to 16 teams?
No, I think it should go down to 8.
I'm sorry, go down to 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should only be
I
8.
think it should go down to 10.
I think it should be 8. I think it should be the top 8 teams.
Yeah.
It should be the top. It should be the Power 4, and it should be 8 teams. It should be there, and then everybody else just goes and plays regular old bowl games.
Well, I was telling Brad this. They're trying to propose a NIT for college football.
Right.
What?
Yeah. NIT. A college football invitational tournament for the people that don't make the playoff.
You mean the non-invited tournament?
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Or not important, wherever you prefer.
Just more meaningless bowl games.
Yeah.
It should have been in a perfect world for me. It would have been IU versus Oklahoma, OSU versus A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, and Oregon. And let me look at the calendar.
JMU and Tulane.
Nope, just the top 8.
Yeah.
Just the top 8, 1 through 8.
That's all we need. I mean,
well, and then the other thing, they're trying to propose a 24-team playoff.
I've heard 16.
Oh, please, that would suck.
16, 32, 64, it doesn't matter.
32 is ridiculous.
Yes.
Even if they go to 16, 18 and 19 are going to bitch that they didn't get in.
17, 18, and 19. And then if you go to 24, 25, 26, and 27 are going to say, oh, I didn't get in.
And then and if you go to 32, it's going to be 34 and 35.
Yes.
Just stay at 12.
And go back down to 8. Take the top 8 teams, see the 1 through 8.
Yeah.
The top 8 teams play, and they play. The first game is on the 19th. You play week 1, round 1 is on the 19th, round 2 is on the 26th, and then obviously this year, and then the 5th is your national title game. You have to have it on a freaking Monday. And in my perfect world, the game will be played on Saturday at 6:30. Kickoff would be no later than 6:30 EST.
Yes.
Yes.
On Saturday. No Mondays, no Wednesdays, no St. Swithin's Days. It's on Saturday. And it kicks off at 6:30.
I agree. Why is it that college football is played primarily on Saturday afternoon, evening, and then, we're going to have a championship game on a Monday, where people that have to work can't stay up and watch it because they have to go. It doesn't kick off till 8 o'clock, so you can't watch the whole game.
And I would play the bowl games. You can play them on Saturday. You can play them on Friday. Honestly, I think Friday would be better for the bowl games. Kind of in that you play the week before Christmas, the week of Christmas, and then the national title game would be on New Year's weekend. You can still have your New Year's 6. You have all the 6 non-title games. You play on the 19th and the 26th. And then you play on the 3rd, and all three weekends the games start at 6:30. How many games would you have? One versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 4, 3 versus 6, 5 versus 4. Is that 4 games? How many ever games you would need to get down to your final 2? And then every no buys, none of that nonsense. Everybody play. You have 2 weeks off at the end of the year, and then on the 5th, and then Monday, you open up the transfer portal, and anybody and everybody can transfer wherever the hell they feel like.
Right.
And I would also ban coaches. No coaching movements for anyone until the 5th. No off-season transactions can take place until the 5th. Are you back?
I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, that's
Click
cool.
the wrong button.
I got you.
Guys, and I got to witness your last game ever. I think this is tremendous. PK, I can see that you're so broken up you can barely talk.
Well, yeah, no, the USF game is scheduled for Wednesday night at 5 o'clock in Orlando.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to cover the game, I gotta leave work early to get there by 5 o'clock. Then I got to drive home and go to work the next day. So
right.
Yeah.
Which I don't.
Not a good idea.
I don't mind the midweek bowls throughout the holiday season. Those are they're kind of fun to have a game every here, there, and everywhere.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But personally, I think if I had my druthers, the round 1 would be on the 19th, round 2 on the 26th, round 3 on the 3rd, and how many ever games you needed. If you needed 4 games on the 19th, then you had staggered starts so that when one game is going to halftime, the other game is kicking off. So by the time come out of half, the other game is going into half. So that we don't have to watch 18 minutes of prattle. We just flip over to the other game. Pass and discuss the last 30 minutes of football we just watched.
Yeah.
And then as the first game is ending, the third game is starting. And as soon as the third game ends, the fourth so the first game is ending in the middle, and the second game is going to half. When the second game is ending, the third game is kicking off, and when the third game goes to half, the second game is kicking off, or the fourth game is kicking off, and then you have the two. Then you have the two. Yeah, it goes 4-2-1, and then there's no off-season transactions are allowed in that. It's the dead period where no off-season transactions can take place. No coaching changes, no transfers. The transfer portal is closed for those 3 weeks, so that everybody gets a chance. That anybody who wants to stay and play can stay and play, and then at the end on the 5th on Monday, everything opens. Transfer portal opens. Coaching changes can be made. And I would do it. I would do a blanket across the league, so that way you don't have the teams that make the playoffs crying foul because hey, Notre Dame, who missed the playoffs, is going out and getting a whole bunch of recruits that the other teams don't have. They're going it's a dead period. You can't talk to anybody. You can't look at anybody. You can't Google anybody. Anybody caught Googling somebody is fined $1 million for every Google search.
I like that. No, I like that. I think there's a lot of people that are pissed off that coaches can change before bowl games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Alex Golesh changing but I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Summerall is staying with Tulane until they lose before he goes to Florida, right?
I think
I
so.
read something.
Yeah,
like that.
And same with Hartline. He's staying at Ohio State until Ohio State loses.
Yeah,
which he shouldn't be allowed to coach the playoff.
Yeah,
and that's not being a petty Ohio State fan. That's the truth. He should not be allowed to coach since his head is obviously not at Ohio State. His head is obviously at
South Florida.
Yeah.
And that's why I would after at the end of the regular so what I would do is the last weekend of the regular season would be the last weekend for coaching changes. And then or any coaching movement, any firings. And you could fire someone, but you wouldn't be able to hire anyone until after the end of the bowl season.
Okay.
And there would be a blackout where you can't talk to players, you can't talk to coaches, you can't talk to recruits. There would be no recruiting so that no one gets an unfair advantage. Teams that aren't making a bowl, or teams that aren't making a bowl, teams that aren't making the playoffs, teams that are in the playoffs aren't unfairly punished or advantaged by having, you know, like let's say like Michigan State, they fired whatever his name was. He was so good I can't even remember his name now.
Brian Kelly?
No, not Brian Kelly. I forget. The kid from Oregon State that they hired and they were so high on. And then 2 years later, he's out the door. Now they're bringing in
Trent Bray.
Yeah. Now they're bringing
in Jamarcus Shepard.
Pat Fitzgerald.
Oh, Michigan State, you mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was Jonathan Smith.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan Smith. You know, those things, those kind of moves are kind of like I could see a window where non-playoff teams could hire non-playoff coaches, non-bowl teams could hire non-bowl coaches. But if you wanted somebody that was a playoff team's coach or a bowl coach, you'd have to wait until after bowl season.
I like that. I like that a lot. I like that rule. I like that rule.
You weren't here last week, Alex. So approach to these other two fine gentlemen. And we can transition to talk NFL now.
Sure.
With the season winding down, I had a thought about the draft board or the draft and how to fix the draft. So my proposal is that instead of and I've tweaked it a little bit since last week. I've had some time to think about it, so I'm willing to modify my proposal.
Uh-huh.
But instead of taking the team with the worst record, making them number one, take the team that won the Super Bowl and have them be the number one. So you invert the draft order. And
so the Super Bowl team gets the first pick, and the worst team gets the last pick.
Yep. And what that does is prevents tanking. No,
yes, it would.
It wouldn't be a race to the bottom.
It'd be a race to the top.
and it would incentivize the bottom teams to still compete at the end of the year.
For example, the Cardinals
with
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
They're tanking because, and let's be honest, is anybody going to take Kyler Murray? Like if the Cardinals try to trade him?
No. Well, you got the Titans at 2-11. You got the Browns at 2-3. Oh, the Bengals did lose. Damn.
Yeah.
They did lose to the Bills.
They shot themselves in the foot. They had that game won. Shot themselves in the foot and lost to Buffalo.
But what I was talking about, what was telling me to find gentlemen last week is you got the Ravens at 6-7, you got the Bengals at 4-9, you got the Dolphins at 6-7, you got the Ravens and Dolphins at 6-7. You've also got the Chiefs. You got the Ravens, Chiefs, and Dolphins all at 6-7. You've got. Let me switch over to the other league.
My issue is Dolphins fans are so happy because they swept the Jets this year. Big deal. The Jets are horrible.
Right.
And the NFC, everyone in the NFC is either a borderline playoff team or garbage. No, you got the Cowboys at 6-6 and you got the Cowboys at 6-1 and one more loss and they're pretty well out of it. But with my proposal,
well, look at the Buccaneers division. Look at the NFC South.
Yeah, don't go.
The only two teams that are really out of it are Atlanta and New Orleans. Hey, didn't I say before the season, watch out for Carolina?
2 games left against the Bucs, 16-18. But no, I agree with you, Bud. With you talking about that, you have the teams that are what you would consider tanking. They're not going to win. I mean, here are the teams that are eliminated from the playoffs: Arizona, Atlanta, the Saints. Everybody in the North is still alive. Giants, Commanders, Redskins, Raiders, Titans, Browns, Jets are the teams that are gone.
Yeah,
that cannot make the postseason. So.
Is Shedeur a franchise quarterback, or do the Browns need to draft somebody?
And that's not worth it. Not worth giving up on.
I was gonna say I think it's too early to tell.
With my proposal, the Browns would still, and they would still have an incentive to compete each week to try and win, to try and improve their draft stock. The other thing that I was thinking, the thing that came to me later this week, or earlier this week, I should say, was the idea of, okay, you don't want, so you exclude the playoff teams. The playoff teams are going to remain in the same. They'll draft 16 through 32. Or 18 through 32. Sorry, excuse me, 18 through 32. Then you take the other 16 teams that aren't going to make the playoffs, and you invert them. And the team with the best record gets the first pick, down to the team with the worst record of the non-playoff teams having the 16th pick.
Yes.
And then so what that does is it incentivizes team. Again, the idea is to incentivize teams to continue to play hard, to continue to coach hard, to continue to care at the end of the year when they've been knocked out of contention for a playoff spot. And to eliminate.
I like it too.
To eliminate tanking. Like if you want to say, okay, we don't want the Super Bowl champion every year to get that number 1 all draft pick because that would be an unfair advantage to a team. Like, and my thinking of that was my thing about it was like how often would you see a Super Bowl winning team drafting a quarterback number 1 overall? I would think it would be rare that you would see, like maybe the 2016 Broncos with Peyton Manning leaving. But then again, and you look at how many good quarterbacks are put on, you're like, how different would Sam Darnold's life been? And I can't remember exactly what year he was drafted, but he was drafted in that 16, 17, 18 year area. How much different would Sam Darnold's life have been had he had been drafted on the Super Bowl winning Broncos, as opposed to the garbage Jets? No offense, and you know, and I just
Lou's a Jets fan?
Yeah, Jets and Cowboys.
I thought Lou was a Giants fan.
No, Jets and Cowboys. Jets, Cowboys. You're muted, Lou.
You're muted.
He's working on it. Jets, Cowboys.
Sixers.
Jets, no.
Knicks.
Jets, Cowboys, Knicks, Rangers.
Yep. So
We can hear you now, Lou.
Comes to basketball, it's the Knicks. And the Yankees. He's a Yankee fan as well.
Yankees.
Which he's probably jumping for joy right now because the Mets just lost Edwin Diaz.
To the Yankees?
No, to the Dodgers.
Oh, that's right. It was Bo Bichette that went to the Yankees.
Did he?
Did he really? I didn't see that. Did he really?
He might not have officially gone, but that's the rumor. He opted out.
I've heard Yankees. I've heard Red Sox.
Yeah. Red Sox have a series. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. No, it says right here. It says GM drops vague Bo Bichette update amid rumors. So, yes. So, he's out there. Yep.
I wouldn't. That would be...
Kyle, where's Kyle Tucker going to end up?
Okay.
I get back, Lou?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. So, Lou, you're not a Giants fan. You're a Jets fan.
That's correct.
Would you ever root for the Giants?
Only against the Patriots.
On that coming.
Hey, that happened twice in the Super Bowl, so there you
go. Yes.
Yeah.
That's like me. I'm a Buccaneers and Bengals fan. I could never be a Browns fan.
Do they have any fans?
2 out of the 3 losses Brady has in Super Bowls are against the Giants, so there you go.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, Bengals, NBA, Magic, hockey, Lightning, and Blue Jackets, college football, USF, Ohio State, and maybe down the road, maybe Tennessee. I've not decided that yet.
I'm not touching that one.
Tennessee basketball, yes. Tennessee football, no, for now.
Okay.
Are you wearing a red hat? What's your hat?
He's got a Vols hat on right now. Okay. He is now banned from the show for the rest of the year for that hat.
Hey, I can put my Virginia Tech hat on.
That's much better.
Yeah, you can wear VT. You can wear VT.
Right.
Just not that hat. Just not that hat. No. I'm joking. I you guys know how much I hate.
Yeah, you're.
Oh, I know.
Oh God! Put the hat back on. Put the hat back on.
Yeah, I've got hat head. Don't need to remind me.
Oh, that's that. They're okay. Now they're up 6-1.
I thought it was
5.
over.
Oh no, they just scored a power play goal. Darren Radish scored a power play goal.
I thought I saw into regulation.
Yeah,
no.
Period.
There's 11 minutes left.
11 minutes left in the third period. It's 6-1.
Jesus.
Lightning.
I must have.
Let's say this: the Lightning were ticked off. Shut out 2 of the last 3 games.
That's what I said. They were waiting to score their goals against Marty St. Louis. He scored so many in the uniform, they wanted to pay him back, give it back to him a little bit. But speaking of that, that is the one. That's the one arena in Canada that I want to go to in person. Is the Bell Center in Montreal?
Yes.
I want to go to Toronto.
Montreal,
and Vancouver are my three that I want to go to.
I want to go to Toronto. I want to make a day of it.
Go to
Toronto. Go to Toronto. Go to the Hall. I want to make. It's like a two. I really think. I don't know, because when we went to the Hall of Fame, when we went to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, we were there for a couple hours.
Again, I'm not a NASCAR fan, but I enjoyed the hell out of that, man. I really honestly enjoyed the hell out of that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. But just in terms of share, I don't know how much bigger the Hockey Hall of Fame is compared to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I don't know if a couple hours would do it justice. You know, for me, going to the NASCAR Hall of Fame, I walked around for a couple hours. I saw everything I wanted to see. Went, ooh, that's neat. Ooh, that's neat. Hey, this is from then, and that's from there, and that happened then, and it was so much fun. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to go home, or go back to the hotel, I should say.
I would want to go to Boston, Toronto, Montreal, Detroit.
Nice.
The Joe was great.
I haven't been to the new barn, but the old barn was something else.
Yeah, the Joe was great. I agree with that. The Joe was awesome. Got a chance to go there before it closed.
Never been.
We went to the penultimate game at the Joe, because I didn't think we would be able to get tickets for the game in the last game. So we went to the penultimate game, and that was a lot of fun. And we ended up losing to Montreal in overtime, but it was a lot of fun. Had a good time. And then been to Comerica a couple of times. Comerica is a gorgeous ballpark. I've been to Comerica, and I've been to Comerica. I've been to a Frontier League ballpark in Travers, and then I've been to a Mudheads game in Toledo, and I've been to Truist Park in Atlanta.
I've been to Truist. I've been to Wrigley, Fenway, and that's it. Those are the three I've been to.
I like Comerica better. I got sunburned all to hell at Truist. I also prefer night games over day games. I like sitting out in left field during a night game, because then the sun is gone. The sun will go down, and most of the game is played in the dark, so I don't get nearly as sunburnt. So I much rather go to a night game than a day game. And it's also, especially if you're going to summer baseball, it's so much cooler at night.
Right.
I've been to Fenway. I've been to Fenway. I went to Yankee Stadium not for a game, but for the tour of the old stadium, not the new one. Right. That's been about it as far as baseball ballparks. I think just Fenway Park.
I've been to Anaheim. I've been to Yankee Stadium, the old one. I went to Shea. And I also went to Boston.
To Fenway, okay.
But not during the game. It was a tour, and I'll tell you something. I mean, I love the city, but the ballpark itself, man, what a dump.
Yeah, Fenway's been around a long time. Been around a long time.
Yeah.
The old JLA was awesome.
Yep.
When it comes to hockey, I have been to Madison Square Garden. So that's by far one of the arenas, as any sports fan, you have to experience once in your lifetime. I don't care if it's for hockey or for basketball. You gotta go to MSG. You got to.
I've never seen the games.
I just got done finished watching The Last Dance, the one about the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Just finished watching those episodes. That was a great series.
I agree.
Talking about Chicago, yeah.
I think I never got to the Palace. I wanted to, but I never got out to the Palace.
The Mouse at the Palace. I remember that.
Oh yeah.
Pacers Pistons.
Yeah.
Pacers Pistons.
Good times.
That
Good
was a lot of
times.
mouth.
You bad press as long as I spell your name right.
Right.
Meta World
I'm-
Peace or Ron Artest, whatever you want to call
The
him.
artist formerly known as Ron Artest.
Yeah. Somewhere else you are.
I toured Ford Field, but I've never gotten there for a game. See, I've been to Thompson Bowling for a concert, but not for a game.
I've been to Thompson Bowling for a couple Tennessee basketball games.
How is it for a ball game?
Oh, good. I mean, I went when they played UNF, and then I went when they played Tennessee State.
Mm.
And it was more full when they played UNF because, of course, you got UNF fans that live in Tennessee. But they put on a nice show for basketball games.
It was really good for a concert. I was sitting in the way back, and it was.
Oh,
really
I've also been there for a concert for Brandon Lake. It was good.
It's actually been like 3 years today? 3 years yesterday. I went and saw Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Ooh, let's see. That's
Good show.
The New Jersey Islanders Panthers. Next 3
I've seen the Trans-Siberian Orchestra one time at Benchmark International Arena now, but at Amalie Arena.
I've never seen Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
It's a killer show.
Mhm.
I highly recommend it.
Myself.
If you haven't done it, do it. See them live. They're amazing. They put on one of the sickest concerts I've ever seen.
Mozart meets Metallica. Who guys were the better?
The only other concert that I've seen, every other concert I think I've seen has been either at a music venue. Yeah, it's been at a music venue, except for when I saw POD, 3 Days Grace, and Shinedown in Saginaw.
You make me feel old now, you know.
Saginaw? Wherever the Spirit play.
3 Days Grace is headlining 98 Rock Fest down here in Tampa.
Oh.
Wow.
They're the headliner this year.
Funny, not to get sidetracked, but to get sidetracked. Funny story about that concert. As my buddy in late November, he comes to me, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna get tickets for 3 Days Grace for your birthday, or for Shinedown for your birthday. I know you're a big fan." Like, okay, sure. He's like, "All you gotta do is just drive." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I'll drive, no problem." And then a week later, Adam Gante announces he's leaving the band. You bastard! But then,
Thanks a lot, jerk.
Right. We went and saw it anyway, and they got the guy from My Darkest Days. They brought him in, and he put on a killer show. He was awesome.
Ooh, a fight. Oh, they're scrapping.
Little fisticuffs.
Uh-huh.
I went to a fine hockey game broke out.
Yeah, there you go, Lou.
Thank you. Oh, God, who was that? That's when I'd like to see at MSG is a fight.
So speaking of that, bud, you talk about Shinedown. The first time I got to see them in concert live, the year that 98 Rock Fest that's here, 98 Rock is our rock station here in the county, in the Tampa Bay area.
Mm-hmm.
And
which one is it?
They were number 2. Disturbed was the headliner. So I got to see Chevelle. I saw Chevelle, Shinedown, and Disturbed, all within that area.
Wow!
And then the second year I went, Shinedown was the headliner, and I got to see Chris Jericho's band. His name,
Fozzy.
Fozzy. I got to see them live.
He's good.
And then I saw Shinedown by them. I saw Shinedown at we have an outdoor concert area in Tampa across from the casino, the Hard Rock. There's one there, and I just got to see Shinedown. I got to see Shinedown there. I got to see Nickelback there too. To see them in concert. So, and then last year, I went to Orlando to see Pink. Not my type of music, but Jesus, she could put on a hell of a show. She is a show dude. The woman can put on a show. And she's attractive. She's an attractive girl, but she can put on a show, man. She can put on a show. She did a hell of a job in Orlando. So
I'll say the same thing about a band that I never liked. Don't listen to their music. Haven't listened to them since. Saw them live one time. Was outstanding. And it's a band. They had some moderate success in the early to mid 2000s, late 2000s. Shiny Toy Guns. They had some success in the mid to late 2000s.
Yes.
And I saw them live once, and they were outstanding. And then after them was Ice-T and Coco. And I'm not a big rap guy. Not.
Yeah.
Do I look like a rap guy? No. So, and then Ice-T and Coco came out and they killed it. They were awesome. And then I drugged the same buddy that I went to the Shinedown concert with. I drugged him along, and he was and it was an all-day show. So about 7 o'clock, he's like, "Man, I'm ready to go." I'm like, "Oh, the band that I came to see hasn't gone on yet." All right, whatever. He wandered on.
What are you waiting for?
And then it was Stone Temple Pilots, and it was the return of
good band.
What's his name? I can't remember his name now. Yeah, Wild. Yeah. And he was coming back. He's coming out of rehab. Reunion. It was a reunion tour. They were putting the band back together, and it could be a great show. And this was the band I was looking forward to the most. He stumbled out onto stage. And he was blitzed out of his mind. He mumbled his way through 2 songs, and about halfway through the third one, I looked at my buddy and said, "I'm ready to go." And we left. Well, that was after the fist fight, so.
Yeah. Well, that was. You were talking earlier, but about our trip to the NASCAR Hall of Fame. I still wish that it hadn't rained.
Yeah,
we got to saw the race. The Coca-Cola 600. I think I'm just cursed with rain on that day. I told you guys the first year I wanted to watch Monaco.
Yeah.
It poured down rain, delayed. Then the following year after that, I watched IndyCar. Oh, they got delayed by rain. Then I go to Charlotte, and then I got delayed and canceled by rain. No, I think I'm just cursed on that day.
Yeah.
With that, I said if I go to Indianapolis, it'll rain. It'll rain in Indianapolis in the middle of the fall. It'll rain because I'm in Indianapolis. I watched Indianapolis 500.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what I thought. Because that weekend we went, it was gorgeous in Monaco, and it was gorgeous in Indy, and it was never hard, but it was persistent raining in Charlotte.
It never. I landed in Charlotte. It never stopped raining. So I left.
Yep.
Never.
Never.
No. As soon as I got off the plane, he called me. He picked me up at the airport. He called me on the phone. I looked out the window, and it was downpouring outside. And I'm like, okay. The first time he went around, he missed me. And that was my fault because I wasn't able to get my luggage fast enough. He was already outside waiting for me. And I said, okay, man, I'm out. I come outside, and it's just downpouring. We get to the hotel. We go get food, I think, shortly after we got to the hotel.
Yeah.
Or we went to the museum. Yeah. Or did we go to the museum?
Hall of Fame? We did that. We did because we came in on Friday night. And we went to Sonic.
Friday, yeah.
And we got some Sonic, and then we went back to the hotel. And then spent all night Friday night. Okay, hopefully the rain will move up. Okay, well, we're Saturday, fine, it'll rain all day. That doesn't matter because we're not going to the track on Saturday. We're going to Hall of Fame on Saturday. So we go to the Hall of Fame. Have a great time at the Hall of Fame. And then on Sunday, we woke up and it was drizzling. It wasn't raining because on Saturday night at 4.
Correct.
Saturday night when we were getting our food.
Mm-hmm.
We went over to get food, and we were like, we'll just walk over there. It'll be no big deal. And we got soaked. So then we came back to the hotel, took showers, got changed, ate food, and then
The rainy season.
Saturday we went to the Hall of Fame, and it never poured, but it was a drizzle. It drizzled all day. Never stopped. You got up Sunday morning and we're like, is it raining? Is it not? Is it raining? Is it not? So I'm like, well, we're still going to go to the track. All the way here.
We drove to the track and parked.
We're going to see what happens. So we get in the track. We parked. We sat out in the rain. We sat out in the drizzle for 3 hours before they opened the track. Okay, we're gonna go on the track. Maybe it'll, hopefully it'll stop raining at some point. If it stops, if I call it now, it's gonna 10 seconds after I get in the car and I get out of this parking lot, it's gonna stop.
Yep.
So we get in the track, and we're watching the
Indianapolis 500.
We're watching Indianapolis on the jumbotron. Standing there in the rain, and I looked at Brad. I was like, "Whenever Indy's over, I'm ready to call it if you are." He looked at me and said, "Yep." Because then he told me after he got back to the car, he was like, "I hope he doesn't want to stay out here all night."
No, because A, it was cold, and B, it was raining. I'm like, I'm gonna get pneumonia if we have to sit out here all night. We're both gonna get sick. I said, Adam had to drive home, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna be sick as a dog driving back to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And we went back to the hotel, got dinner again, took showers, and got all out of wet clothes. I think they were still pretty wet when we actually I woke up Monday morning to fly home.
Yeah.
They were still wet. Going home. I had to, put them in my bag to fly home. But yeah, I just cursed with rain on that day, I guess.
Yeah, he was like, he looked at me after he got back to the car and said, "I'm so glad you were ready to go because I was ready."
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't want to ruin your day, but man,
I'm so happy that he didn't want to stay. Yeah. I would have loved to stay for the race. That's what I went there for, to see the race with you. That was the whole thing, is to go see the race.
And I went and found a ticket agent, and it was like, hey, if it stops raining, they're thinking they're gonna fix and get the track ready. Can we come back later? He's like, oh yeah, you're fine, you're good to go. I was like, hey, we're gonna head out.
Something like that, I remember.
Yeah, I was like, I think you had gone to the bathroom, and I think you said I need to go to the bathroom. I was like, okay, you can get back in later. And you're like, all right. And then I went and found you. I was like, let's go. Like, it's not stopping raining. Every time it slows down, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah, it didn't slow down enough. Didn't slow down enough for them to do anything with the track. So, yeah.
Where they could get, like, it didn't stop raining until about 2 o'clock on Monday afternoon. About the time I was pulling into my driveway.
I was up in the air flying back to Tampa on United, and as soon as I got above the clouds, there was the sun. The sun was out. I'm like, oh my God, look, there's the sun. I haven't seen the sun in 3 days. But yeah. Well, I would. Again, I'm not a motorsports fan, but I got to go to Monaco. I got to go to Monaco once in my life to see F1. Seriously, got to do that.
I'd like to go to Monaco, but tickets are
Are they pricey as far as ticket wise goes?
Probably.
I don't even know if I can look at tickets.
Let me see something.
No, they moved it this year.
For Monaco. There we go.
3,800.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Talking an average of anywhere from 3,500 euros.
Yeah. Like $4,000.
How much is that American money?
4,000 American.
Okay.
the fun.
Like,
Here's the play of the game, sponsored by Hyundai.
And it's going to go to Derek Radish, who had a couple of goals in this game.
General admission runs you anywhere from 120 or 120 euros to 207. I forgot that they use euro. That's Italy. They use euros in Italy.
but they moved the race too.
Well, it's European currency, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
$2,400 per person for just race tickets.
See, that would be something that you'd want to plan a whole weekend type situation, where you'd go there early and then see the city and then race.
You're looking at $2,000 a person.
Oh yeah, easily.
They're gonna have some more chocolates.
I just changed it. I changed it over to USD.
Dave Brandon said, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you Thursday from Jersey.
Where'd you go? No, my neck of the woods.
Yeah, you're easily gonna put $6,000-$7,000 down for that race easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
For Monaco.
That's a little out of my price range, I think.
I'm in the same boat.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's the bar. Circuit map. I wonder if they have other. Grandstand A.
Okay.
I wonder if they have general admission tickets, like for a lot less.
It said the average general admission ticket is anywhere from 120 euros to 270 euros, which I don't know what that equals out to be American.
It's well up into the thousands, that's for sure.
100. I can look it up here real quick.
Okay.
We'll go with the bare minimum. About 145 American.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
It's not insane. But I don't know how close you could get by the time this is a 2-year project.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know if you could get how close you could get to the track now.
True.
In December. Are you gonna have to get a hotel room an hour from the track?
Probably.
How much is it gonna be? Would it be better, are you gonna end up spending 13,000 euros or 12,000 American anyway? And you might as well just splurge and get the premium package that comes with the hotel and food and race tickets and see all 3 days.
Or find some rich person that owns a boat.
Right. Well, that's why we did it's the nice thing about going to Charlotte as opposed to going to Monaco or even Indy is that I could drive to Charlotte. Well, only one of us had to fly. So we had a car.
Mm-hmm.
I flew you into Charlotte and then picked you up at the airport.
Correct.
So that we only had, so we didn't have to rent a car or walk or Uber everywhere or walk everywhere. Because I didn't know much in the downtown Charlotte area. I didn't know how close. And then it was hilarious. I wake up the next morning. I'm like, hey, there's the track.
Yeah.
We got the hotel we got was only 8 minutes from the track.
Yeah. Wasn't that the only odd thing that we had happen to us was a cigar bar?
We picked the wrong cigar bar in Charlotte. We could have gone
Charlotte. Yep.
We ended up just coming back to my car and smoking in my car.
Correct.
You're so broken up, you can barely talk out there. It's been a short career.
Speaking of fights,
gotta go, buddy.
and a big one coming up next week.
Is it Paul Joshua?
Yeah, it's the 19th.
Yeah, I don't even know if you're gonna be able to read this.
What happened? What happened with the Canelo fight? Wasn't he supposed to fight Paul?
Who?
Who's Canelo?
He backed out.
Canelo. Who's Canelo fighting?
Yeah. $184 million.
Crawford.
Terrence Crawford.
That's that already happened already. Never mind. That happened already. Happened last year or this year in September.
No, I missed it.
Me too. Yeah, it was September 13th of this year.
I'm gonna have to go back and try and find that fight.
Says Terrence Crawford won his mega fight against Canelo Alvarez by unanimous decision. 116 to 112, 115, 113, 115, 113.
Brad, do you have the post game on for the Lightning?
No, I changed it. Because I thought it was what happened. What happened now?
Paul Kennedy, Pat Maroon, and Braden Coburn on, and Pat Maroon's got a bag over his head.
Speaking of that, did you see what they did on Thanksgiving when they cut the turkey up and had a big? Yeah, they each had their own part of the. That's funny. Yeah, it's a bag over his head. For what reason?
Turn it on.
Montreal's not doing that bad. They're not in last place or anything.
No.
Crying out loud.
He did have a bag on his head. That's not. Because I think it's Paul. It might be Paul Kennedy's last post game thing for the Lightning.
Oh, is he retired?
Yeah, finally.
Well, you had the TV guy retire a couple years ago.
Bobby the Chief Taylor.
Yeah, well, he does pregame stuff
on the radio.
On the radio.
Yeah.
And
I know who you're talking about. It was what's it?
It was their TV guy before the guy they have now.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. The name is slipping my.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Rick Peckham.
Rick Peckham, yep.
Peckham? Okay.
Yeah, he was with the Lightning for a long time.
He's one of the best announcers the Lightning had.
Him and Bobby the Chief Taylor were together in the booth. And now
and on the radio you have Phil Esposito.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
No, Phil Esposito's good.
Well, the Lightning wouldn't be the Lightning without Phil Esposito because he's the one
exactly.
Who brought Tampa.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't be a franchise without him. And their radio guy,
Dave Michigan.
I've seen Michigan walk across the terrace inside before the game. He is like the nerdiest looking guy you're going to see. Like he just glasses, short suit, bag, just walks across. No one says a word to him. Like, yeah, they don't know who you are because they hear your voice. They don't know who you are. You're not on TV. You're not on TV. He was when they won the Stanley Cup during the COVID Cup. He was. They had him on there with who else? Esposito when they won the Cup in 2020.
Yep, he did.
Yeah.
We'll have to do a show like that sometime where dream stadiums, dream tracks. We'll have to do that one week where we pick like what, and you know what, we could even do this, guys. If you want to do this too, we can do stadiums that don't exist anymore, like ones that were before we were born, like Ebbets Field or something along those lines of being able to
Turner Field,
Polo Grounds. You know, stadiums like that aren't around anymore.
Candlestick
Park.
Candlestick Park, sure.
Watched a lot of football games on TV.
The old Bell Center.
Mm-hmm.
The old TD.
Old Maple Leafs Garden, too. It's a grocery store now.
The old TD Garden.
And Boston.
Yep.
On the north end of Boston.
Nassau Coliseum.
Yep.
Yep.
The Joe was cool. I'm glad I got to experience
the old Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, the Pepsi Center?
No, Pepsi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, the old Pittsburgh Penguins Arena.
The Igloo?
The Igloo.
Yeah, because now it's PPG. The old Flyers Arena, too.
Yeah.
The stadium that had the Broad Street Bullies. That was the 80s Flyers.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because now it's I think it's Xfinity Center now for the Flyers.
Philly?
I'm not sure.
What a name.
It's not Wells Fargo anymore.
No. I've been to that.
You been to the vet? Or Wells Fargo?
Wells Fargo.
What about the Wild still have their same arena they've always had. Ottawa?
Ottawa, I don't think they've got a new barn.
I think they're still in the same barn.
Chicago's always had the same one.
The United Center.
Calgary hasn't.
The Saddle Dome?
Saddle Dome.
Well, it's got name changes over the years. And they're talking about building a brand new arena, I think in either next year or the year after for Calgary.
They probably need a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The SAP San Jose.
Old Shark Tank.
The Shark Tank.
The San Jose Sharks.
The Shark Tank.
The old Anaheim Arena.
Oh, the pond. They just call it the pond.
Yep.
Old Tiger Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seen plenty of games at Comerica, but Old Tiger Stadium was torn down.
What was the old White Sox ballpark called?
U.S. Cellular. It was U.S. Cellular for a long time, and it was guaranteed rate. Now it's just a rate field.
What did the guaranteed rate go for?
He's here all day long.
Last time I heard was 4%.
No, it's gone down to 3%. So.
No. I'm off.
Tropicana Field set to open in April for baseball. So
wow, good.
They got the roof back on it. And
America's ballpark.
Lucky we didn't get any hurricanes this year.
Oh, the old Brewers Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It was Comiskey Park.
I was going to say Comiskey Park.
Oh, the White Sox?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
There. Well, no, the Cubs have been in Wrigley forever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The Great American where the Reds play.
The Cincinnati Reds.
The Reds.
The Red Legs.
Man,
the Indians have moved because it used to be Jacobs Field, and I don't think that's what it's. I think they moved.
Well, now there's something else. So.
Yeah.
Now it's Progressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played at Wrigley since 1916.
The Cubs.
The old Metrodome.
Oh, Minnesota. Yeah. Yep. They used to play football in there too.
I still have nightmares. I still have nightmares of Torrey Hunter in center field.
Making sure we're doing all the right things as a group.
He's an absolute Tiger killer.
Get the end goal.
Well, and then what's funny? Speaking of him,
here. And,
He was
like I said, we've had some
the
injuries.
year that they played the Red Sox in the ALCS. He was the guy that tumbled over the wall at Fenway Park as a Tigers outfielder. The story hunter.
Yeah,
Poor
I
guy.
want to talk about it.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
He almost did a hell of a catch. He just missed it and fell over the wall.
Yeah, I try to forget that. ALCS.
I think I liked it too.
And gather these huge, meaningful minutes.
Yeah, you can say that. We got a lot of good.
Was that more painful, Bud, than them losing to
I'm pretty fortunate to play with a lot of these guys, and
the Rangers? No.
Those seeds, those
They all suck.
getting those guys the puck. There's a lot of special guys here.
Cardinals in 06.
I just feel pretty fortunate.
The Giants in 2012 and the Red Sox in 13.
Yeah.
There's no one that's better than any of the other ones. They all suck.
They all suck.
You guys want to call it a show there?
I'm all right.
Yes.
All right.
You want to talk about your show before we get off?
Yeah, sure. The Enhanced Sports Show rolls on Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 to 5 in the Central Time Zone. This week, of course, we're going to discuss the bowl games, but we can't do all of them in 1 week, so it's going to be a two-parter as we wrap up the season. And it'll be winter meetings. We'll take care of that. The NFL regular season continues. College basketball, the NBA Cup, NHL, and UFC, WWE, and we'll review the candidates for the Heisman Trophy, which will be handed out on Saturday after the show is over. So, plus your thoughts and comments, the ridiculous part of the week, sports trivia, this date in sports history, and any good news I can find. So remember, it's from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 to 5 Central, 9 o'clock in Europe, and then it's 512-543-4662. And remember, like and share the page, and we're on Facebook Live.
All right. Well, we will, guys, be back here next Tuesday at the same time from 8 to 10. I want to thank our first responders and our men and women of our armed services. Army, Navy this weekend. I'll be watching the game. Thank these three gentlemen for making this day so well and making the show so great. We will, again, like I said, we'll be back next Tuesday. We are part of NGSC Sportscast. Remember the website, it's ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. Until then, I am the sports director, Bradley Walker. This has been the Walker Report. Peace.
Thanks and good luck.
Hey,